Hey, Jim, good morning.
Morning.
I wanted to ask you a question to follow up. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. I just want to ask you how Matt Cleveland is doing, because he missed the last game, and just, how he's doing today or yesterday. And also the fact that you were able to play Paul for so many minutes the other day, does that help you going forward? Just, adding to your depth, should we expect to maybe see more minutes from him in the next couple of games? Thank you.
Well, first with Matt, he's just recovering from a badly bruised hip, and not sure if he'll be available tomorrow or not. Paul, on the other hand, is practicing very well. He's practiced well all season, but he's stepped in, and his performance the other day will earn him some more playing time.
Thank you.
All right. Next question will come from Adam Lichtenstein. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Jim. How's it going?
Good.
So Norchad came back from that that ankle injury last week, and then kind of responded with 2 fantastic games. Just how is he doing physically? Like, has he been limited at all? Is he and just what is it like to have him come back, do that, accomplish those kind of things, and just become live up to the billing he has and the potential he has?
Yeah, no, he's practiced. He missed the Syracuse game. He missed the practices leading up to Syracuse. But that weekend gave him a chance to really get a lot of treatment on the ankle. And kind of like last year going into the NCAA tournament when he sprained it against Duke, he spent a lifetime in the training room trying to improve it. And he did, and he was able to play in the first round against Drake. And he did that the other day, and he was able to play against Notre Dame.
Next question from Noah Fleischman. Go ahead, Noah.
Hey, Coach. When you look at NC State on film, what sticks out to you when you look at them on film?
Well, I think you got to start with DJ Burns because he's the player that gets the most usage. They run their offense through him a good bit. He can really score and he can really pass and create opportunities for his teammates. So you got to kind of start inside and then go out. Horn is having a terrific season, so you got to really concentrate on him. And the biggest thing is their defense. They pressure the ball, they're turning people over and creating offense from their defense.
Next question goes to Chris Stock. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Jim, staying with the turnovers, the 8 was a season low from last game. I know you've been preaching that. Was there signs that you felt like that a low number was coming, either in practices or just a point of emphasis? And then the key for this one, obviously, like you just mentioned.
Yeah, no, the key to the game against NC State, well, if we can have, under 10 turnovers like we did against Pitt, that would be great. But, right now, players are players. They play on habits, and sometimes their instincts are to make a pass that's a low percentage. And against teams that pressure, you can't afford to do that because they're pressuring all the time. So, each game is different. Each opponent is different. And the challenges for our players' decision-making is different. So hopefully the guys will do a good job tomorrow night.
Go next to David Teal. Go ahead, David.
Jim, road teams have won 47% of conference games this season, which is an inordinately high amount. Is that just a random number, or is there something to it?
Yeah, I think matchups are really critical. When you play them, where you play them. Being on the road is obviously more difficult than playing at home, the travel, the fatigue, and what have you. But if you're a good team, you should be able to take your show on the road. And the teams that are winning away from home are teams that had to play well. And we've had a couple of road wins ourselves that I just thought we played good.
Here we go. Kip Coons, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Jim. Your role in the ACC, you have the advantage of one of the longer pedigrees in this league. And I'm wondering if you've given any thought to what you would like to see next year in scheduling. Steve Forbes talked about dropping back to 18 games in the league, and also what format the tournament should possibly take.
Well, I'm not going to talk about the tournament. That becomes more complicated. But the regular season, I'm an advocate of an 18-game regular season schedule where you play everybody once and your rival twice. And that should give you your 18. That gives you more flexibility in the non-conference. And because the NCAA Selection Committee puts such an emphasis on games in November and December, I don't know why they do, but they do. And I know from our point of view, we're not at our best in November and December. We're trying to get there, but it takes you a while to integrate new players, and with the number of transfers coming in now, it's very, very different. But for me, 18-game regular season schedule, and that tournament you got to figure out.
Marcus Benjamin, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Wanted to ask about Wooga Poplar because he was able to dunk the basketball in the last game. So is it safe to say he's 100%, or is he still getting treatment kind of on a daily basis on that ankle?
Yeah, the ankle for 1 month, from December 29th to January 25th, he hadn't dunked the ball in practice, in a game, or anything. He tried, and he said, no, it hurts. Now it doesn't hurt, but the ankle is still weak, so he's constantly getting treatments on it and doing exercises to try to strengthen it. But he obviously is much closer to 100%. I wouldn't say 100%, but close to it.
All right, we'll go back to Adam Lichtenstein. Go ahead.
Hi again. So I was just looking at the numbers real quick and like the average minutes per game, and obviously Keyshawn, Michael, Paul, they've all had some decent playing time. Just how has that freshman group kind of come along for the first kind of half or 2/3 of the season so far?
Well, first of all, Keyshawn has moved into the starting lineup and has progressed just about in every category of the game, especially at the defensive end. I'm really impressed with his basketball IQ and his ability to listen and learn. On the other hand, Michael Nwaka was a little bit slower, and I've spent an inordinate amount of time with him on the court, off the court, in my office, watching video, trying to get him up to speed. And in these last two games, one where he replaced Norshad Omier in the start lineup and played like 30 minutes, and then the other day against Pittsburgh where he did exactly what we needed him to do. So he's making steady progress moving forward now. And that's why I said a minute ago, like, you're not as good when freshmen are coming in and they got a lot of things to learn. And then Paul Jobay has been a very consistent performer in practice, but he was behind some sophomores. And now he's kind of made himself available by Matt Cleveland, his injury, because in practice, oftentimes Paul Jobay will be going against Matt Cleveland. So it's nice to have a guy. He's got a little more versatility than AJ Casey, and he's got the same size and athletic ability as a Christian Watson. So we wanted to try him, and he did a terrific job in the minutes that he played. He was a plus 13 the other day. That tells you how happy I was with his performance.
Coach L, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.